Hey, Pajama Grandma, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. In case we haven't met yet, go ahead and put hashtag pajama in the comments below so know it's the first time you're being exposed to the Pajama Grandma. Today, I'm going to put my amazing emergency down in a place that it won't spill. Is always a good idea. Today is actually day 238. 238 days of doing one thing a day that scares me from the book, do one thing a day that scares you, to stretch my comfort zone and just get me out of the rut that I found myself living in early in this year. There's a lot of reasons for that. I could tell you all kinds of the reasons I'd gotten into the rut, and I could make all kinds of excuses, but the result is the same. I was living in a rut. I was being really boring and just doing the same old thing day in and day out, kind of just existing through my days in life and not really doing anything that I wanted or that I was excited about. And so I started doing this book and stretching my comfort zone, and not stretching it a lot. Some days I do big things. Other days I just do itty bitty tiny things. And that's okay, because all of it is expanding me and who I am and growing my comfort zone, getting me out of my comfort zone and helping me to create the life that I want. I hope you're doing it with me. You can do it too. If I can do it, oh my God, if I can do it, absolutely anybody can do it. Now today is one of those dreaded blank line days. I usually, and for like 200 days, every time I would come to these blank line days, I would just be like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And it usually gives you just like a one sentence fragment prompt, something to get you thinking about what you can do. And today, for some reason, something popped right into my head. I didn't have to get a book. I didn't have to resort to my card decks like I usually do. And I've always got tons of books and decks and things to stimulate my thinking. But today, I woke up thinking about change. So when I read what I changed today, that's the prompt, I didn't have any trouble coming up with something. And here's what I wrote for what I am going to change today. I wrote my mind, my beliefs, my attitude, my ideas, my outlook, my questions, and then at the bottom, my results for an exclamation point. Because I realized I have complete control over my mind, my beliefs, my attitude, my ideas, my outlook, and my questions. I have 100% control over those things. So that means I have the absolute instant ability to change any one or all of those things. Hang on one second. Zoe, out. Sorry, I had to get a dog out because she's chasing the kitty cat. And that would make melee on my videos. It's pretty fun and exciting to watch because they play so cute together, but it doesn't make for good video content. So I realized all of those are inside of me. That means I can change them instantly. Now, I will also contend that some of those are some of the hardest things we ever have to do and change, because we get set in our ways. We get an idea and we think that thought and that idea a lot. I should have thoughts on here too, because my thoughts are, I'm going to add that. My thoughts. Because all of those things are 100% in my control. So I can control them. So today, and I then wrote, they're all inside me, but my results are what's outside of me. What I manifest, what my results look like, are all the result of the culmination and the combination of these things. The experiences I have are things that happen outside of me, but really the major part of that experience is all of these things and how I react to, I'm going to put my reactions too, my reactions and actions, but my reactions and my actions are all based on these things. My thinking, my thoughts, my past experiences, my thoughts about my past experiences. It's not even what actually happened to me in the past so much as what I've thought and believed, and what I've thought a lot, which has created a belief out of what I've thought a lot about what's happened to me in the past. It's amazing how interesting and intricate our minds are and what they're capable of. Our minds are absolutely capable of anything imaginable. Heck, mine actually created a death experience for me. So if I can create a death experience and still be here, because I was dead. I'm coming up on my anniversary, so when I come up on my anniversary of that event, it just reminds me, and I seem to think about it a little bit more, because most of the time I don't ever think about it. I'm sure that's some kind of a protection mechanism, but it was a huge lesson for me. But when you have an experience like that, it changes the way you think about, the way you see, the way you question everything. And that is my daily share for today. And that is definitely a comfort zone stretching activity, at least for me. Actually thinking about my thoughts, my beliefs, my feelings, my ideas, my outlook, the questions I ask myself, the questions I'm even willing to ask myself, then the reactions and the actions that I take based on all of that inside job stuff, the stuff I can control, that yields the results. And as a result, absolutely anything is possible. But I first have to open up and question and consider what is possible for me. And I have to really understand and believe and think about and change my mind about and question and understand that for me, just like everybody else, absolutely anything is possible. There's infinite possibilities of how things can happen for us, how things can unfold for us, how things can change for us. But they never change until we change from the inside. We always change from the inside out. And when we change, our results change. So that is my swirly, twirly talk about stretching my comfort zone today. So what can you do today? What can you say I changed today? And maybe it's just your hairstyle. Maybe it's your makeup. Maybe it's, the foods that you choose to eat today. Whatever it is for you, that's awesome. Share in the comments below because I would love to know something that you're going to change today. That's it. Have a fantastic day. Don't be scared. Stretch your comfort zone. Be the amazing person that you're here to be and set the example for the rest of the world. Pajama Grandma out.